What up, y'all? This is Jamba. So I think I reacted to. Oh my god, it's gonna be a noisy one. I maybe I might mute my mic while the video is going on, but they're doing construction outside. Um, I've reacted to Weed Waffles' one of his videos. I think early one of my early videos. I was actually gonna just watch this one without reacting to it, but this video kind of does something a little interesting in the beginning. So I stopped it and I'm like, you know what, shit, let me just go ahead and actually react to this thing. So this is titled Looks Equals Power, 5 Reasons Why You Probably Underestimate Its Value. Oof. This is this is a pretty brutal topic, but let's dig into this. I might this is a 21-minute video. I might just watch the first 10 minutes. Is that okay? Just 10 minutes? Do I have to watch the whole thing? If it's interesting enough, I'll watch the whole thing. Um, but yeah, so I don't want this to go on for too long.
Attractiveness is an instantly recognizable attribute for every walking person on Earth. It's easy to spot a face that is attractive or unattractive in less than a second. It's also an extremely neglected fact for just
Yeah. This is true. Even babies are able to detect faces that are more symmetrical, and they done studies on that.
how important your looks are. People underestimate just how differently men who look like this are
So this guy over here, same dude, but this guy and this guy over here, the main differences are that I'm looking at. I guess his lips, nose, like this guy's nose is a lot more smaller, maybe a little more Eurocentric. This guy's eyes is different. His eyebrow thickness and all that. I just found out how important eyebrow thickness is, especially for guys. It's kind of weird. It's like and fellas, tell me if I'm wrong. Like we're kind of like in this era where like guys got to be damn near just as like focused on their looks as women kind of used to be. I don't know. Like it's kind of like it's like this weird transitional period that we are with a lot of men where it's like we are very focused on our aesthetics more so than we probably should be traditionally. And this channel is, I think, proof of that.
treated compared to men who look like this. And to start this video, I'm happy to prove to you your own unconscious bias of noticing and preferring more attractive faces.
Uh-oh.
In 5-second intervals,
I've
10
seen this.
edited, morphed
So what he's gonna do is he's gonna explain it, but he's going to show these two edited faces and watch.
faces are going to appear on the screen. Like these two. And all you have to decide in 5 seconds is which you believe is more attractive.
Just for the record, and can you guys see my? I don't know if you guys could even see my mouse. I'm just gonna say left to right, right, left, right, right, left, right. Okay. So he's gonna post these pictures, and then you or me in this case are gonna have to determine which one is seen as more physically attractive, right? Mind you, this is not what I'm attracted to, but just what generally speaking, who probably is more attracted to the opposite sex. I think this should be kind of fun.
So here's the first one for free.
Okay.
Make sure to keep track of your score for the rest to see how many you've gotten right.
Yeah, I mean, hair, I guess, maybe more chiseled features, maybe I think it's kind of crazy how like how your brain does that,
By the
even though it's literally like the same guy.
ends. Now, man 2.
That one, the one to the right. Right. This I've seen this, but I after the next one, I haven't seen the rest of them. So I've seen one, two, and I've seen three, but then the rest I haven't seen, y'all. So this is a true this the rest of this is gonna be a true reaction.
Man 3.
Left. Yeah, because he's not as skinny, I guess, and yeah, I'm not quite. I can't even really put my finger on it, but I think he's a little thicker. Maybe I don't know.
Man 4.
Left guy. Yeah, the other guy, his face is a little bit elongated. He looks a little cartoony.
Man 5.
Right, because his more masculine jaw, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Same
Man
same guy.
6.
Oh, the one on the right because he got eyebrows, hair. Yeah, yeah. Eyebrows is important, fellas. Get your eyebrows done. I'm getting mine done. Shit.
Man 7.
Time to get up,
Oh,
sweetie.
with the ad. Oh, not the sick
Most people
kids.
might not think much about all the
Oh
little things you do
no,
every day.
we gotta skip that. Okay. This guy over here. So weird because it looks the same, but in your brain you just kind of know it. Ladies, if you're watching this, do the same thing. Yeah, it's weird.
Man 8.
Oh, they're about the same, but I guess this guy because he got more hair. I guess he's not. I know hair is important. To, trust me. So,
Man 9.
oh lordy, that guy, the guy to the right. Oh, that's weird because that one, this one is the most. He looks the same, but you just kind of know it. There's something. I'm not sure what it is.
And finally, Man 10.
Oh yeah, the guy to the right. The guy to the right. Hmm. So weird.
I can predict quite comfortably you got all 10
Yeah,
correct.
I did.
Shouldn't be much of an achievement,
We you got me. You got me, bro.
because you probably found it quite easy. In some of these photos, I didn't even change much to make an improvement. This morph, for example, took less than 5 minutes.
Hmm.
I noticed his hair was a little receded, so I fixed that. Then I noticed his left side of his head was asymmetrical, so I evened that up.
Fellas, you got to get that symmetrical. You better do something about that.
Then I
Face
saw
ain't symmetrical. You get a surgeon. Fix if your left side is fucked up, get that shit fixed. If your right side's fucked up, you gotta get your shit in line, bro.
his eyes were a little too spaced, so I fixed that. Then lastly, I made a tiny touch to make his front teeth a little smaller. Or likewise,
Bro, you
with
gotta get your bro. Some of y'all beef, y'all big tooth niggas. Y'all gotta get your teeth smaller, and y'all small teeth Eddie Murphy ass niggas. You gotta get your teeth bigger, bro. If your teeth gotta be. It can't be too big on some Steve Buscemi shit, but it can't be on some little Eddie Murphy like baby shark looking teeth either. You gotta have like your teeth gotta like. If you gotta get all your fucking teeth taken out and get some regular looking teeth put in, do it.
with this photo, I noticed straight away he had really severe eye bags. So I reduced those a bit. He had a
Oh,
receded
you
hairline
gotta get bro them eye bags, bro. Some of y'all baggy eyed fucking got gotta get your eye bags removed, bro. Get someone to nip tuck that shit. Take them shits, bro. Unbag your eyes, bro. There's no excuse for you to have to walk around here with some baggy ass eyes. Get that shit fixed.
his eyebrows were too thin.
Bro, if your eyebrows is thin, you're never gonna get it in. Fix your if your bro, like my y'all niggas is out here sleeping on your eyebrows, bro.
His jawline was rounded.
Bro, some of y'all round jawline ass niggas, bro. Like, why bro? How are you an adult male and your jawline is round? Like, that just blows my fucking mind. Cause like, how did you end up like what year are you in? Like, this isn't 2004 where you could just have like a round ass jawline. Like, this is insane.
And then from the first rendition, I made his lips thicker, hair
Oh,
denser,
thin lipped ass, especially some of y'all white boys. You got to get your lips pump them lips up, bro. Pump them lips up.
and forehead wrinkles removed.
Y'all wrinkly forehead motherfuckers. Get if your forehead is wrinkly, get an iron, fucking press that shit, unwrinkle that bitch, Botox, come on, bro. Let's go. Come on.
Way more attractive.
We got to be attractive, bro. It's important. I don't know what y'all what I don't know what you guys are like what?
Easy as that in
Easy.
under 5 minutes.
Under 5 minutes, bro. You can get
So,
this done.
where I'm going with all of this, if it's easy enough for you to see the impact just a few changes can make to someone's appearance,
Just make the changes.
then why wouldn't you think women can notice the same?
Bro, if you want to attract this woman, you gotta first of all, again, yo symmetric, you gotta if you put a line through your shit, if your left side's fucked up, bro, you gotta get that shit correct. So correct your symmetrical, fix that shit, bro. The eyebrows, jaw, like unround your shit, bro. Chisel your fucking jaw, bro. Like all of these things that I'm saying can get you her, bro. Like, come on, man. Like we gotta get with the times.
I mean, something I've never understood is why is it such an outlandish statement to say that women care about men's looks?
Why is it an outlandish statement? For two reasons. Number one, because men we like to be in control, and we would rather say it's mostly behavior or it's mostly like, like these other things that are in your control. So therefore we can feel like we have more control. But if it's things that are seemingly more out of our control, then helplessness is not a place where like a lot of men, especially strong minded men or just men with any sort of we just yeah, that's we don't like to be helpless in that regard. So if you're a man who especially when it's something like height or whatever it is, it's like you want to be able to point to something that we can fix, as opposed to some things that are a little bit harder to fix. So that's why men do it, and the reason why women do it is because I think that women understand that if they say that they care about looks, it can make them seem out to be shallow. So I think that's the main reason why both parties do it.
Gut reaction, it's possible you despise men who make this argument. You might deem them offensive or shallow minded. You might think they oversimplify things too much and have a negative outlook on women and their preferences.
That is also the case. And also the things that women seem to like in men, like physically, are usually things that are like very, very hard to change, like height, and he's a good looking dude, and blah 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 blah. Whether like the stuff that we like in a woman is like, oh, like sure, she's pretty, like let's be honest, with makeup, even I could be a 9 out of 10, with the technology. But that's neither here nor there. But it's actually, I would say, a lot easier for a woman to become pretty than a man for him to become quote unquote pretty. And the other more sexual aspects that we like in a woman are things that they can just kind of buy, surgeries or implants, or if they want to do it naturally, they can just go to the gym and get themselves a like a nice butt, you know what I'm saying? Whereas when it comes to being well endowed, that surgery, I don't think, is there like a dick enlargement surgery? I don't know. Like you can't as a man have a surgery that turns you into Steve Rogers from the first 15 minutes of Captain America to Steve Rogers after he got into the chamber. If you've seen Captain America, like there's no surgery that can get you from there to there. But there are surgeries that can get a woman from relatively fat and chunky to like bam chicka wow wow. You know what I mean?
But for me, what you might label as these things,
I'm only going to do the first 10 minutes of this, and then maybe I'll do a part two.
I see for what it is, the truth.
Uh-oh.
And if I'm really going to be honest for what I think about it, it's simple common sense. Correct.
You know what they say about common sense? It ain't common.
I see it as the most obvious and blatant thing women care about looks. In fact, I believe most women care about it more than anything and everything about a man combined.
Let's see if this is true. So, yes, I believe that there are women who would get with the guy who looks good, even though he doesn't have money, even though he doesn't have personality. Definitely intelligence. I don't. Yeah, yeah. Status, yes. Game, sure, yeah. Well, it's because it's the very first thing that we all look at. So, but let's have him. If you're watching this, let's have him convince you.
This might hurt you to hear. No.
Does it hurt me? Yeah, not really. I just kind of accepted kind of who I am. I'm gonna be handsome, and when and handsome, all handsome means to me is just you're not like an ugly person. I guess handsome. I had to learn the hard way that handsome as a man doesn't mean that you're attractive necessarily, or that you're like fine, or that I don't want to like sleep with you or something. It just means that I just don't find you to be ugly. Now, if you're at church, you get called handsome, but every man is handsome at church. You can look like Flavor Flav and have your Sunday best, and the women will call you handsome because we're in church. So that don't count. Fellas, if you get called handsome by a woman over the age of 65, it doesn't count at all. So I'm a tall dude, but let me not go into my own shit. I'm not gonna, there's always room for improvement. But yeah, I think this can be hurtful for a lot of guys because they are, unless you got that money for plastic surgery and all that, there's really not much you can do in most of these kind of facets here. Physique, yeah, you can go to the gym, you can build yourself a good body, but even then, there's like, if a woman doesn't find you like attractive, even if you're like kind of yoked, I mean, I don't know, I think that you're better off if you're a dude who's like really a pretty boy and like skinny, as opposed to like being an ugly guy but you're like yoked as shit. But I don't know. I guess it just all like depends. Maybe it depends on all these other factors too, right?
It doesn't mean all women,
Right.
but it is the majority.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't mean there aren't exceptions.
We're just talking about
because there are. They are just few and far between.
right.
So I'll say one last time.
Uh-oh.
For the overwhelming majority of women, I promise, what they care about the most is your looks.
Ladies, if you're listening to this, if you want to comment, I don't think I've had any comments so far, at least at the time of this recording. Please comment. Let me know, is what he's saying BS?
Mainly being comprised of your face, height, and physique. Anyway, now I've put this big hot take out on show.
Is it really a hot take though? I don't think so. I don't think at this point. Why is he doing that?
Be thinking, prove it.
Prove
Prove how I am certain of my claim.
Right.
However, if you are thinking this, the video you're watching now unfortunately isn't for this topic.
No.
And for no other reason than I have spoken about it countless times in countless videos.
That is
so,
true.
if you are still in the dark or
seeing quite a bit of his stuff, he breaks it down. He breaks it down pretty well. He puts a lot of time and effort in these videos. So, yeah, check his stuff out. He already he has 148,000 subscribers. Woo! So he's getting the message out there. I'll say that.
Of what I see as this simple common sense, then I'd strongly recommend moving over to one of my many other videos for the time being before continuing on with this one. In particular, I'd recommend this, which is my best video. Not because I think so, but I've never seen a person not be convinced by my argument when I've shown them this in real life.
Maybe I might react to that one. It came out a year ago, but I'll still react to it. It's probably been a while since I've seen it.
But anyway, what today's video is going to be about
what is this video about? Mr. Wheat Boy?
Is the lie of women not caring about looks so prevalent?
All right.
How did this lie swell to such a large size that I am coining it the lie of the century?
A lie of the century?
And as the
Ooh, shit, okay. All right, let's dig in. Okay, we're finally getting to it.
Title says, I have 5 reasons to explain.
Okay.
Reason 1. Women are master equivocators, which helps them to deceive men.
Equivocators, that's a Jeopardy word.
No one has perfected the art of say one thing, do another than women.
Yeah, y'all be doing that. Y'all be doing that. I love men who are extremely intelligent and thoughtful, even though all the exes that I've had never finished high school and treated me poorly. like I can keep naming like a whole bunch of stuff, but yeah, I mean, often when, especially when it comes to dating, like we often, I mean, it's like a thing. I mean, I'm not the only one who's far from the only one, but yeah, I mean, you know, as not even just a woman, but just in general, fellas, you should always judge a person, no matter what gender or whatever, from their actions as opposed to what it is that they say. You know, so this is just in general. I'm not. This is not just a woman thing, but when it comes to dating, because if a guy, look, guys don't usually say I love women with big butts, but he's only dated flat pancake booty women. Like that doesn't really make any sense. But I will hear women say that they like a certain type of guy, and then the guys that they've dealt with in the past like did not really reflect that guy. Or they might say something like height doesn't matter to me, but the only dudes that they dated were above 6'2". Like those two things are not like you can't tell me, man. I don't care. I don't care if she got black hair, but the only women I've dated got brown hair or black hair or whatever I just said. I was gonna say big titties, but I didn't want to be crass.
Let me tell you a quick story.
All right,
About
story time.
5 years ago, I asked out this girl, who was actually the first girl I ever asked out.
Is that necessary, Weed? She was nowhere near this hot. She was around 2 points lower and slightly above average. Why does that? Can you just? What did that matter? I guess he wants to maybe clarify, but you could have just put an average looking woman up on here and not this supermodel looking girl.
And to my demise, she responded, "Sorry, you're a nice guy, but I'm just not looking to date anyone right now."
Oh, that happened to me in high school. I remember that. That was one of my yeah. I remember that in high school. It was the first time I ever asked out and put myself out there. And this was a girl who I was kind of sort of friends with, but I had a crush on for a long time. And I finally reached out to her with a text like, "Hey, we should go out and go see a movie." It was I Am Legend at the time. I wanted to go see I Am Legend with her, and then she texted me back, "Oh, I'm not looking for a relationship." And then I'm like, but she's not looking for a relationship. And then a friend of mine who was on the team with me at the time, he told me, "Oh, you reached out to so and so? Oh, she been said on her away message on AIM. This is how far back it was, if you remember AIM, that she was looking for a relationship." And I remember how shitty I felt at that moment. So yeah, this is yeah.
From this, I was feeling disappointed, but still comforted because I thought
Right. It's the same story, Wheat.
she probably would have liked to date me,
Right.
but she's just got a lot of important stuff on her
Right.
hands
You
now,
got some
so
stuff going for it. Yeah.
she's not in a position to date anyone.
Right.
Nothing personal
Nothing
against
personal.
me.
Right.
But then,
Uh-oh.
and I'm sure you already know what's
Well,
coming after.
we know.
Literally 2 weeks
2 weeks.
after I asked her out, I saw she had began dating some
Mhm.
good-looking guy. Unsurprisingly, at this point, I was angry.
Yeah.
Because I knew I'd been lied to straight to my face
Mhm.
and actually believed it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. So now you're not only you're so now the fucked up part is that you're not just getting a rejection again, but also on top of the fact that you were lied to, and on top of that you believed it, as opposed to if she just told you initially, "I'm just not attracted to you," it was still have stung. But once this happened with her getting with the good looking dude, you wouldn't have it like, okay, that's a better looking dude than me. This all makes sense. It hurts, but okay. I'm glad that she was at least honest about it. But she kind of made you feel like to be a fool, which added insult to injury.
So, let me tell you what I learned from
What
this.
what did you
The truth of women's equivocations and what they actually mean.
learn? Okay.
If a woman says she's not looking to date right now,
Not looking to date.
it means she
Not looking to date yo dumbass.
doesn't want to date you right now, but will accept a Chad who comes along. If a woman says she can't find any good guys that want to date her,
That means that she can't find any guys who are super attractive to her to commit to her,
it means she can't find any Chads that want to date her.
which is kind of the same thing. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this. So I haven't seen this before. I'm just
If a woman asks, "Where have all the good guys gone?"
why aren't the quote unquote good looking dudes treating her right and Yeah, I think, right?
It means, where have all the Chads gone? If a woman says, you'll make a girl really happy one day, but
It means I know that you have a great personality and that you're overall a good partner. It just won't be with me because I'm not attracted to you. I'm not going to tell you that though. I'm going to tell you this thing to make you feel good about yourself so you can like get the fuck out of my face. But, but I do know in my heart, in my head, that you are actually a good dude, probably.
just not her. It means you're not chatty enough for her, but you could probably get some second class relationship with a less attractive girl.
I didn't even go that far.
In short, all of these phrases are equivocations because they give you half the pieces of the puzzle but don't paint the full picture. Men never use language like this. Have you ever seen those memes where women take ages to arrange plans because they only drop one breadcrumb at a time, while men can easily make plans with one another because they are a lot more direct and to the point? So,
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna be at the park at like 3 o'clock. You wanna come? Oh yeah. I'll be there like 3:30 because I gotta handle some stuff. Okay, cool. I'll be there. Bye. I don't think women have those conversations like that, just similar to what the and I don't think this is a wrong thing. I think that women communicate the way that they do and the manner in which they do for some sort of a biological reason and it works for them. And the way that guys communicate also works for them. I think the problem is that when guys try to communicate in their way and women try to communicate in their way to guys, and we have some either miscommunication or instances where one party thinks they're being befuddled by the other.
even in extremely rare occasions a woman shows interest in you, you're likely to just respond and say you're not interested, rather
Yeah. Look, man, if a woman if a woman for whatever reason wants to date me for whatever reason and I'm not interested, I'm just going to say, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. And now if she tells me why, I'm just say, hey, just to be honest with you, I'm not, you know, you're not really my type, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're attractive to plenty of other guys. I'm pretty sure you haven't had any problems finding guys who find you attractive. I'm just not one of them. I just and I just want to be fair to you and be upfront with you. It might be hard. That's pretty simple. It kind of sucks for me to say. It might kind of fuck her up, her self esteem a little bit at that time. But I'd rather say that than I'm just not really looking for a relationship right now, or like you're gonna make a guy really, really happy. It's just like I just that's kind of I don't know. I just believe in just trying to tell people the truth, but you can tell it to them in a way that's palpable and kind and not rude.
than leading her on with a bunch of blue pill nonsense.
Uh-oh.
So, that's reason one. Now on to reason two, which is
We're only on reason one. Shit. How much time do I have left on this thing? Okay. Oh, I have plenty of time. So I might go down to after reason two and wrap it up. And then I'll probably do 3, 4, and 5 for the next for part two of this, right?
a bit more scientific. Reason two. Women lie to men because they are unaware of the survivorship bias that they only have eyes for the top 10% of
I only have eyes for you. Who knows that song? Every time I hear that song, it reminds me of Back to the Future. It's like that doo-wop song. Anyways, I shouldn't have sung that. Y'all gonna use that against me. Yeah, women only have eyes for the top 10% of men. Yeah. The reason why I kind of know this is because you would ask a woman, hey, what do you think the average man makes? And she'll say something silly like, oh, I think isn't it around 90, 100K? And it's like, no, did you just may be saying that because you tend to date guys who make around that much, but most guys make around 40 to 50, so and same thing with like height. It's a lot of kind of different ways in which this is sort of true, right? There's a lot more men who she's not really necessarily like focusing on, and she's only focused on the men who she wants and uses them as the metric for what a man is.
men. I want to make a very important point before delving in
I think we might have gone over this before. This little, maybe it was on Waffles' stream. It was on somebody's stream.
to this one. This isn't women's fault. The way dating is nowadays means online is the main way people meet. And that means
So
the people
fun.
shown available to you is largely determined by the platforms.
Twitter's not Twitter. Tinder is just like, it's like hell. Like Twitter, I think hell is just, you're just on Tinder and you're just swiping on all these women, and you're just swiping forever. And you can't get out of hell unless you can get a match, but you just got to keep swiping and you got to keep hoping. You know, actually, if hell was that, it wouldn't be as bad as what hell probably is. I'm ranting. I'm just rambling here.
Algorithms. And since women don't swipe right on every profile at 100 miles per hour like men do, it means they are predominantly matching with only the top 10% of men. From this, let's say a woman matches with 50 chads, she might meet up with 5 of them. And if asked what made her meet up with those 5 guys, she'll say it's because he had a good conversation and was funny over text.
Oh, so basically it's kind of like the woman perceives that the reason why she's because she had a list of quote unquote chats to choose from, and then out of those chats she chose the 5 chats out of the 50 based on personality. So now she's going to say that personality is what's important, but she wouldn't have even got to that point unless she was attracted to the guy, and in order for her to be attracted to him, he had to have been a quote unquote Chad. So now she's perceiving it as I like a man with a good personality, but most men, before they can even get to that point, like we're already like excluded out, like they weren't even in the game, right? Like they already didn't qualify.
He wasn't the boring guy who opened with, "Hey, how's your week?" Nor was he the guy who was overly forward and opened with, "Oh, let's see some assets." So in short, he was nice and personality wins.
Right.
Now, none of what she said is a lie per se.
No, it's not. But it's just going off of what it's like what her perception is, right?
However, what she's missing is that the men who managed to get a chance of matching with her were already attractive enough in the first place.
Yeah, it's like they got to press the start button. They actually got to participate in the game to some degree because they met. Yeah,
They were already in the top 10%. Meanwhile, the bottom 90% of men never got a chance because they were already weeded.
damn. So you got look. What do we got here? We got the white dude, another pale white, a pasty white dude. No, this white guy, a pasty white guy, some sort of an Asian guy, some Jerome looking motherfucker, and I don't know what. Yeah. Most guys are just over here, just a bunch of dudes, just trying to figure shit out, right? We can't really. Maybe we can get over here. Nah, we can't. Nah, we just over here.
Out and are invisible. So what I'm saying is, if you look at the full timeline, you see it was the looks that got the top 10% through the door.
Yeah.
And they're deceiving the men because they're being blinded by their own recency bias.
Right.
They think of the recent things that matter and ignore the initial building blocks that also contributed to the goal.
Right.
So, when women say personality matters, what they actually mean is
It's the good-looking guy who has the personality that they want.
it's only a discernible characteristic once you're already in the top 10%.
Oh, okay. So it's like it's kind of like once they're there with all of the quote unquote chads or good looking dudes and they're in the room with them per se, then at that point, everything is all equal. Now it's the personality and all those other intangibles that matter now that we're here, right?
Nothing more, nothing less to it than that. Anyway, that's reason 2. Now moving on to
how much time do I? Okay, 34. Ooh, shit. Okay, so I'm going to wrap part 1 up, and then I'm gonna come to you back with part 2. This is a fun video.